Harper One and HarperAudio present The Future Earth, a radical vision for what's possible in the age of warming. By Eric Holthaus. Read by Gary Tiedemann. If I can't save us, then let me feel you happy and safe under my chin. If this will drown or burn, then let us drink starlight, nap under trees, sing on beaches. The morning rush to sit indoors is for what again? If we are dying, then let me rip open and bleed love. Spill it, spend it, see how much there is. The reward for misers is what again? If this life is ending, then let me begin a new one. Lina Odell, 2019. Used with permission. Part 1. A living emergency. In September 2017, Puerto Rico was just beginning to recover from one of the worst multi-year droughts in its history. Faced with severe water shortages during the height of the drought, the island's government rationed water use for 200,000 residents in the San Juan area, a drastic step worsened by years of austerity and colonial neglect. People there were allowed to run their taps only once every 3 days, foregoing one of the basic requirements of life. Then, Hurricane Maria struck, beginning the worst humanitarian crisis in modern American history. In the span of a few hours, Hurricane Maria's 155-mile-per-hour winds and torrential rains triggered a months-long power outage that reshaped the basics of civilization in Puerto Rico. Following the storm, survivors struggled for weeks to find potable water, edible food, reliable shelter, and adequate health care. With no other options, some residents of Puerto Rico were forced to collect drinking water from toxic waste sites. Hundreds of people died because hospitals, even if they were physically accessible, didn't have electricity to provide basic services. For survivors, Maria looked and felt like an utter reimagining of reality. First-hand stories carried waves of shock and anguish. In the early days after Maria, Lee Perez, a student at the University of Puerto Rico, told me via text message that the only way she and her fellow students knew what was happening around them was by listening to the radio. Today's the first time I saw pictures, and it's absolutely horrifying. They kept mentioning the word disaster, and your mind would create scenarios, but in no way does it compare to the absolutely heartbreaking reality. We have reached a point at which all weather, in every season and in every country on Earth, is directly connected to the changes we've inflicted on our planet's atmosphere. Hurricane Maria was no exception. A 2019 study in the journal Geophysical Research Letters found that global warming made Maria's disastrous floods nearly 5 times more likely than it would have been in 1956, when high-quality rainfall record-keeping began in Puerto Rico. Lead author David Keelings told the American Geophysical Union that Maria is more extreme in its precipitation than anything else that the island has ever seen. Hurricane Maria damaged or destroyed about 30 million trees, inflicting profound and unprecedented changes on the landscape. With the climate warming so quickly, biologists in Puerto Rico think the forests Maria destroyed will never return to their previous diversity. Many of the island's largest and slowest growing hardwood trees, like tabonuco and balata, suffered the worst damage. Their vast canopies provide habitats for birds, bats, and tree frogs. If future hurricanes are as strong, or even stronger than Maria, Puerto Rico's forests will eventually feature only smaller and shorter trees that are more resilient to high winds and scouring floods, which will leave local species without shelter. More than a year after the storm made landfall, satellite images showed that the island appeared definitively less green. The storm of Hurricane Maria still hasn't let up.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?